Good morning, everyone. I'm Deputy Chair of the Hispanic Caucus, Congressman Darren Soto, representing the Central Florida area, and we're here to talk about our affordability agenda for the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. You know, the struggle is real for so many Hispanics throughout Central Florida. We have a lot of folks who work at the theme parks, help make it one of the most magical places on earth. They work in agriculture and construction, and they are struggling. We see them paying $238 more a month because of the policies of President Donald Trump, increasing electricity. We see them paying over $1,103 more a month for groceries in Central Florida. And people in our district are also seeing healthcare costs rise. And we know we saw nearly 500,000 folks lose their SNAP, and over 150,000 people lose their health care, especially the ACA. And we know the cause. President Trump's tariffs, the war in Iran, cutting the ACA tax credit, and mass deportations. Also, cuts to SNAP and Medicaid are causing families in our district to fall behind. And so we're thrilled to have an agenda here today that we're going to be presenting along with our friends from the Hispanic Federation and Unidos US to talk about the CHC affordability agenda. Brevemente en español, nosotros tenemos muchas familias que no pueden pagar los precios más altos. Todas las cosas en América están muy caro. Nosotros vemos familias en Florida quien está pagando $238 más para electricidad, más de $1,103 para comida, y nosotros vemos más de 150,000 personas que perdieron sus seguros médicos porque los cortes de Obamacare. Y las causas están muy obvias. Presidente Trump tiene tarifas, una guerra en Irán y también cortes del Obamacare y deportaciones. Y este está aumentando precios con las tarifas, este está aumentando gasolina, energía y fertilizer, que está causando estos precios para crecer porque la guerra en Irán y con estos incentivos de Obamacare, nosotros vemos más de 2 millones de personas en Florida quien perdieron sus seguros médicos. Y usted puede ver casi 1,000,000 de personas quien perdieron su asistencia de comida y cientos y cientos de personas quien perdieron su Medicaid ya. Y hoy nosotros estamos presentando nuestra agenda de asequibilidad que incluye casi 100 proyectos de ley quien puede ayudar bajando precios y para ayudar a América más asequible. Next, we'll hear from our Vice Chair of Communications from California's 35th District, Norma Torres. Thank you, Norma, for being here.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Congresswoman Norma Torres. I am so proud to stand here with my colleague from Florida, Darren Soto, today as we unveil the Congressional Hispanic Caucus first ever lower cost, grow opportunity agenda. As Vice Chair of Communications for the CHC and the proud representative of California's 35th Congressional District, I know what families in our communities are facing every single day. I hear from people who are working hard, doing everything right, and still struggling with rising costs. For Latino families, the economy is about our identity, our values, and our culture. It is about the American dream, the belief that if you work hard, you should be able to provide for your family and build a better future. Latinos are hard-working people. We are not asking for a handout. We are asking for a fair shot and an opportunity to work, earn a good paycheck, and take care of our families, and give our children a better future than we had. But right now, too many families are being squeezed. Out-of-pocket costs are out of control with no end in sight. The president just said, "I need more time." My response is, sir, your time has ran out. We have lost 75,000 manufacturing jobs, and we are asking for, and we just passed a $1.6 trillion defense budget at the high cost of cuts to healthcare, education, food assistance, while billionaires can get a 100% tax write-off for a private jet. We are financing private jets instead of the tools that we need to make things in America. Democrats in Congress know that prices are too high, and we are focused on solutions that help working families. We are cutting middle-class taxes and lowering expenses. We are taking on the corporate price gouging in grocery stores through legislation like Senator Lujan's bill, and capping out-of-pocket medical burdens with policies like Representative Frost's EpiPen Act. We are tackling utility rate hikes through Representative Espaillat's Lowering America Energy Cost Act, and I am proud that this agenda includes my own bills to directly protect household budgets. The Pink Tax Repeal Act, H.R. 3374, to end predatory gender-based price discrimination, and the Repairing Social Security Act, H.R. 6237, to safeguard our hard-earned senior benefits. But unfortunately, Republicans in Congress have the wrong priorities. Instead of lowering the cost of living, they are focused on tax cuts for the wealthy, mass deportations, and extreme immigration enforcement policies that do nothing to address the challenges that families are facing today. The 44 members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus represent diverse communities and diverse economies. In my district in the Inland Empire, families are the backbone of our nation's largest logistics and manufacturing regions. They keep our economy moving every single day. And that is why we are fighting for an opportunity agenda. Through 96 CHC-led bills, we are putting forward solutions to lower costs, expand opportunity, and strengthen economic security for working families. The American dream has never been about getting something handed to you. It has always been about having a fair shot to a good job. And with that, I yield back to my colleague from Florida.
Thank you, Norma. Next, we'll hear from Frankie Miranda, President and CEO of the Hispanic Federation. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Good morning. My name is Frankie Miranda, President and CEO of Hispanic Federation, a national nonprofit with over 840 members and partner organizations in 43 states and territories. Thank you, Congressman Soto and Congresswoman Torres, for your continued leadership within the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and throughout Congress in the fight for the prosperity of Latino and working families. We know this. Latino GDP is growing faster than anything in the U.S. economy, proof of how much our communities are powering this nation. Yet, Hispanic families across this country are feeling the financial squeeze from policies that either ignore our economic reality or actively make it harder for families to cover day-to-day needs. Tariffs, elevated fuel prices are driving up the cost of groceries, housing materials, and energy at the exact moment families can least afford it. Too many indicators show the same thing, that our community stability and prosperity are being blocked, not supported. Latinos experience food insecurity at rates 2.5 times higher than other groups and see a lower home ownership than non-Hispanic households. We need to grow opportunities for communities by upholding workers' rights, expanding healthcare coverage, and investing in affordable housing. We are grateful to the Congressional Hispanic Caucus for recognizing that these challenges are connected and the solutions are as well. Economic security, Latino economic empowerment, and immigration reform are the same fight. Let uplift those who grow our food, build our homes, staff our hospitals, and drive the frontier industries shaping our future. Today, the CHC is standing united to fight for an economy that serves everyone, and we are here to stand with them. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Frankie. Next, we'll hear from Laura Arce, Senior Vice President of Economic Policy Initiatives for Unidos US.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
My name is Laura Arce. I'm Senior Vice President for Economic Initiatives at Unidos US, the country's largest Hispanic civil rights and advocacy organization. Thank you, Congressman Soto and Congresswoman Torres, for inviting me to speak with you today. Unidos US is proud to endorse the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Lower Cost, Grow Opportunity Agenda. This economic framework reflects what Unidos US has heard in its most recent poll of Latino voters, including that 60% of Latino voters cite the cost of living as their #1 concern. 40% want action on increasing wages and creating more jobs. 37% cite soaring healthcare costs as a top issue, and 27% want action on housing, including the cost of electricity and utilities. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus Lower Cost, Grow Opportunity Agenda is a framework to address the most urgent needs of Latino and other working families, including lowering the cost of groceries, ending illegal tariffs, and increasing take-home pay so families can afford their basic needs, expanding access to energy assistance programs to limit rising utility bills, and expanding healthcare coverage and lowering out-of-pocket healthcare costs so families don't need to make the difficult choices between health, food for their family, and a roof over their head. Earlier this year, Unidos US launched its Economic Prosperity Agenda, a values-based framework for the issues Latino families care most about, including good jobs, affordable housing, thriving small businesses, and strong families. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus Lower Cost, Grow Opportunity Agenda aligns with the Unidos US Economic Prosperity Agenda and directly addresses these policies that Latinos and other working families deserve action on. Unidos US is proud to endorse this framework. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, that concludes our press conference. We'll be available for individual questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Numbers were very helpful to be able to describe the increase.